Lynn is with us in Dallas, Texas. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Thanks for taking my call first.
Sure.
We need some advice on how to handle a situation with our daughter and son-in-law. They're both 27. She's once again unemployed, losing her third job in a year.
Why does she lose them?
Well, she just doesn't listen, I think. Can't get along with the people.
Okay.
Can't follow instructions.
So it turns out being a bud is not working out for her.
Right, but hadn't quite connected to her yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's been employed 22 weeks out of the last 61, but she does have a job that begins August 1st and is drawing unemployment until then. Neither of them have made an attempt to get a part-time job or to increase their income or cut their expenses, and quite honestly, they're insulted by the suggestion of doing that. We started early trying to teach her money management, but as you can tell, strong-willed, do what I want attitude, followed through on that as other areas in her life.
Okay.
And I must say that she doesn't come to us unless it's an emergency. The last emergency situation, though, was a call from her husband that she was in jail. We learned then that she had had a minor car accident several months before that. To complicate it, their insurance had been canceled several months before that, and her husband had not only not told her, but he hadn't gotten around to getting any replacement insurance. And then she ignored the court date, so she was hauled off to jail. So you can see the trail here of irresponsibility.
Yeah.
So after discussing the situation, we told her husband that we'd pay the $1,000 to get her out of jail if and only if they'd agreed to some accountability on getting their finances in order. And he agreed. However, a couple of days later, when I tried to set up the meeting to discuss it, he sent me a text saying that he would not talk with me, that he would give me progress updates on their financial situation as he chose, and any further discussion would be considered harassment and dealt with as such.
Okay. I can handle that.
I was able to meet with him long enough to say, okay, if you're not willing to, do what you agreed to do, make a budget and accountability, don't be expecting us to supply money for future emergencies.
Yeah, you're right. You're wise there. Wow.
And then I was later told by his family that he was very fragile emotionally, and I should not have done that.
Yeah. Well, most buttholes are.
And I don't see any opportunity for discussion with them. So we could not understand how they were living at the level they were with the money they were making and her not working most of the time. But we found out that his mom monitors his cash account and puts money in when the balance is in the red.
That's shocking.
She's paid off several credit cards several times and caught him up on car payments.
I got the picture. How can I help today?
Okay, I need support on what to do. I mean, I feel like I know what to do. I mean, I've looked at your website. We've, drawn, but you still feel like such a, have the guilt trip, and then to have his parents, or really his mom mostly, give you the guilt trip double. I guess I just need support on and how to follow through with this.
Okay, well, what you've got here is his mom is a complete butt. She's raised a butt. Your daughter's being a butt.
Yeah.
And if you participate in this, you are funding butts. I mean, you just can't do this. You just can't.
But why do I feel like such a butt?
You're not. You're not, because you're the only grown-up in the whole conversation. You're the only grown-up in the whole conversation. Nothing you told me was harsh. Nothing you told me was controlling or out or over the top, or you were interfering in their life. It was all acts of love. And you've been not only told to stay away, people have been rude to you.
Yeah, and that's probably not all of it.
Yeah, and so, here's the deal. We love you. We're praying for you. If you guys want to eat a dinner, come over. We'll feed you dinner. We're not going to listen to you whine about your life, though, and we're not going to give you any money. But we love you. Good luck. You remember that part where you told me to stay away or it would be harassment? I'm taking that part now, seriously. I'm going to stay away. And by the way, when I stay away, my checkbook is with me. That's how that works. No.
Well, of course, they don't have to come very often because Mom supports them.
Well, she'll run out of that eventually because she's an idiot.
I wonder.
Well, she will. She'll run out of money eventually.
What do we do?
You pray. That's all you can do.
Well, even in the future,
the answer is no.
On the will. On our will.
I wouldn't leave them money.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay, you wouldn't leave them any at this point?
No. I told my kids, if you're going to be a doofus, I'm not funding doofus. Because here's the deal. I don't know where you stand, but I'm a person of faith. I'm a Christian. Mm-hmm. And God has told me real clearly that in the scriptures that I am managing money that he gave me for him. And I'm supposed to be a good manager. There's the chance of me putting your daughter in my will is 0 because I'm a good manager. Mm-hmm. And I've told my kids, if you're doing heroin or you decide you're going to run off and live a life of debauchery or not, you're not walking with the Lord, I'm not going to, I am duty bound by the Lord to not give you his money and fund your misbehavior with his money. Mm-hmm. I'm duty bound as a steward, as a manager. I have to. And so just understand, if you're going to run off and live a life of craziness, if you're going to be nasty and mean to us, then we're not going to be funding your life. Now, that can be changed while I'm still alive. You can grow a brain, grow a life, come back together, have some character, rebuild a relationship, and we'll put you back in the will. But our kids, it's real clear. They are entitled to nothing because they happen to be born of Dave and Sharon. Mm-hmm. 0 entitlement. 0. Because it's not my money. I'm managing it for God. It's not their money. They'll be managing it for him. And if they don't see it that way, they won't get any.
None.
0.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've been real clear on that. And we have a little meeting once a year and go over our estate plan. And our family has a family constitution. At the top of the constitution, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And it's not me being mean. I'm just being passionate right now to inject into you because you got so much stupid around you that you need to hear somebody tell you you're smart.
Yeah. Because
one of the things, if you read Henry Cloud's book Boundaries, when you're in the middle of a situation where everyone you're in contact with in a situation is violating boundaries, you begin to think you're crazy. Mm-hmm. And they're travel agents for guilt trips. I mean, they will sign you up for a guilt trip, all of them. And what I would tell his mother? Never call me again.
Oh, really? Never call me?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. You're an idiot.
Well, she doesn't want to talk to me because I was so abusive to the son.
Yeah, good. Don't call me ever again. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear any more information through you ever.
Okay. Well,
when everybody gets cleaned up, you'll be the last one I will reconcile with after I get everybody else straightened up. But you're the problem of this. You're the root of all evil, chick. You are, man, she's bad news. She is an enabler from now on. Yeah. And so you need to get Henry Cloud's book, Boundaries. You need to read it. You are not crazy. You are right. And I got to tell you, it's very sad. It's heartbreaking one of your kids is a butt. Your kid's a butt. She's a world-class butt. And I wouldn't give her anything. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.